Welcome back to episode
63.
Watch Your Lips, joined by
The one and only Brett Frazier.
He's been here before. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I've been here a couple times, 2-3 times.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
I don't remember. It's been a minute though.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
It's been way too long.
Oh, we didn't.
Good to see you.
We didn't record the draft last year.
No, we didn't. And you didn't get into this year's draft, even though it was sent to you, well in advance.
I thought I signed up for it. I can't have 24 leagues.
Well, you don't have 24.
I know.
No, he probably has about 8.
Yeah,
is that a good guess?
Yeah, it's about 8, and of that, like over half of them are Jeff
Mine.
Cox.
Yeah,
like some kind of iteration or whatever.
Well,
like,
Jake doesn't want to get into any of mine because he's afraid
It's
he
not
can't
because I
beat
don't
me.
want to, and it's not because I'm afraid of anything. It's that Jeff, but I'm just going to be honest, plays for a lot more money than I'm willing to pay for or play for.
Oh no, it's not.
If you win, it doesn't matter
I'm
how
still
much
playing
money.
with all of Jeff's money for like. I just have a bankroll for in my Venmo.
This
that just
isn't true,
stays
but
there.
he has won
quite a few times.
several leagues.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to throw. I got one pay league. That's enough for me.
Okay. I have 14. 13 are pay leagues. So glad we could get that out there.
For those that we do, this is filmed, so I know you've had to listen to the last two. This one is being recorded from my office. So again, the studio under construction.
Yamahiski?
We're waiting on like 2 things. It does exist, so we're not lying about it, right, Jeff? We're not.
No, we're not lying about it. You're just lagging on getting a door made. I mean, if we're being honest with everybody.
Whose building is it?
It's not his.
Is it mine?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
Are you the contracted?
I'm charging him free rent again.
Oh, okay.
For 3 years, free
So
rent. That's a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He could build a door, don't you think?
I've built other things already
Yes.
that he's neglected to say.
So you've got cabinets in there for
Jeff's-
him and a table and
There's a table in there, yeah.
but no door.
Jake, you're
The back-
You should do. You
the
should take
back-
that table and put it up against the door, and just call it good.
There's 0 door. It's just a wide open walk-in area, yeah.
Perfect. This is a podcast for the people, so the people should be able to come to the podcast whenever
True.
they want to.
I mean, technically we don't have to have one, but
Watch Your Lips should be called Doors Open.
Yeah. And you or the argumentative podcast, because Jake's been arguing all morning.
Frazier, who's more argumentative?
Jeff, so Jake had called me. You're one of the most argumentative person that I've ever met in my entire life.
Thank you,
And I
Brett.
told him my
I
favorite,
like how he started that with Jacob called me in.
and I told Jake, I was like, the funniest thing is when you're in an argument with Jeff and you say something that he knows is accurate and is true, and you can tell that like your mind has changed, and then you get this little gleam in your eye that's like, oh fuck it, I'm doubling down anyway.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna stay with this, and then
Yeah.
and then maybe later when we're having this same conversation, I'll see to that point and then act like I never was against it. That's what I love about you, Jeff.
Yeah.
My favorite example.
You can learn.
You can.
You have the capability of
Thank you. I would think so.
but never in the moment. It's only like a couple weeks later. But
Yeah.
I love that about
My
you.
favorite
Thank you.
example
Thank
of
you, Brad.
like going ride or die for his thought on something is when we went to SC Fresno State last year at the restaurant after.
Oh, yeah, Yard House?
Yeah, I went to Yard House and it was midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a table that hadn't been cleaned yet, and the wait was like 40 minutes. So Jeff's like, let's just go, sit at a table and say, hey, this is not cleaned up. And they were asking, for our names, our little deal that they
Abe
called.
Perlman, the Sausage King of Chicago.
And Jeff sat there for at least 15 minutes and fought it. Like, no, we were here. This is
Yeah, and then 3 managers came over, and I'm like, you know what? All right, yeah,
Fine.
we didn't. We're just gonna leave.
We don't want
The way that you
Check the
guys are,
tape.
the way that you guys are treating us right now.
Yeah, no, it
when we
was-
have these wristbands on our arms, like I can't do this.
It was
We're
great.
out of here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the.
And they were
So we went
truly
to-
confused. They didn't kick us out. We left. But like they were truly like they didn't know what to do.
I love it.
Yeah,
They didn't
I had
believe him for
stumped.
2 seconds, but he fought it like it was real and they didn't know what to do.
Tooth and nail, like
It was
everything
fun.
else.
Yeah, it was.
Act as if,
Yeah.
and you go into a situation like that, you know that the worst that can happen is they say, go back to waiting,
Yeah.
right? the best is that you jumped the line.
Right.
And
But, I will die on that hill on pretty much every argument. So, but Frazier, great to have you in, man. Episode 63.
We are
Watch
missing
Your Lips podcast.
Is this Burns' third away or second? It's his second.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. We're seeing a pattern. For sure.
I mean, should we just be honest with the folks? Burns has got life going on right now.
Yeah,
and
we all do.
And I know, but like the times we're doing this, he just can't make it. It's not because Burns.
Stop rescuing him.
Oh, well, you want to make it a bit, I know, but people are going to genuinely be concerned.
No, Burns is okay. Rest assured, everybody.
And
he's
Burns
fine.
is still a part of the podcast. It's just right now he's busy.
Yeah, he needs to watch his lips.
Correct.
He calls in after, and then wants his take, and he could have been here.
I like that.
But Frazier, it's really good to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. We've been trying to work this out. Surprise you. Jake and I keep talking
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And but I do like, Jake, how you said, should we just be honest with everybody? And then you drop like, life is happening, as though that's like giving anybody any extra information.
Well, he's got a newborn. Okay. His other younger son, the 3-year-old now, I think he's almost 3.
Don't misspeak here.
I don't want to. Yeah,
you'll have to watch your lips responsibly if you're wrong.
He's got a lot going on with his 2 youngest children and their midday kind of things when one gets out of school. So he can't really make the time right now that we're able to do it. So it's more of just not working out with the schedule. But it will change, and he'll be back. And
good rescue. All right, moving on.
Watch your lips, Burns.
Yeah, Burns.
You are wearing a Florida Gators hat.
Yes, I am.
I know you didn't want to start here, but we're going to start here. Go ahead and let the people see your ugly hat. The much anticipated, long awaited Swamp Kings documentary on Netflix has come out. If you haven't watched it, spoilers. Frazier, I know you haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it. But
spoilers. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't matter. Jeff will tell you otherwise. Spoilers. If you're listening and don't want to hear about the Swamp Kings documentary, don't the next 5, 10, 15, whatever minutes, just tune out for a minute because we are going to get into it a little bit. Jeff, being the Florida Gator fan that you are, I will give you the floor. You can start on your take of this documentary.
My take, it was top 5. I mean, I got the chills watching it because it relived all that for me. As a Gator fan, it was just awesome. But to get behind the scenes and see the regimen that Urban Meyer put those guys through, and they even said it's like we're training for the special forces. Some of that shit was very intense, where anybody would want to tap out. And
he wanted them to.
He did.
It was
he wasn't bashful in saying it. Like I'm trying to get people to quit. I want winners, and I want people that are going to be here long term. I don't want these ticky-tack guys. Get them out. And overall, I mean, I thought they did a very good job of setting the table of how well that program was run. I know there were a lot of issues, internally as far as the players and getting into a bunch of shit that probably every college goes through. But one of the things I found the most interesting was how the players themselves were saying that Florida covered up all of their wrongdoing, the state of Florida, and how it was ran by the university. So all the officials, law enforcement, all the politicians, they were all ran, basically, what they said is by the University of Florida, so they were able to skate by. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's the perception of the players. So that I didn't know.
When you're winning, it seems like all that stuff can go away.
That they can dictate the government and every other law enforcement agency. That's quite a lot of clout. Not clout. But overall, I thought it was freaking amazing, dude. But I'm a Gator fan, so it was close to home. And
I'll tell you, Netflix just in general with that Untold, that series of sports documentaries, there hasn't been one that's missed yet. Like they've done them really, really well. This one already just in the first one that I watched, like I wasn't even a Gators fan. Truth be told, I was Miami Hurricanes. But to like watch it. Like you get chills when you see where it's going. You see, like I felt it when Urban Meyer's phone went dead when he was
trying to get Tebow
was calling him and said, "Coach, I'm going to go to," and then it goes dead. Like we've all been on the other end of that, and them talking about like hitting his dashboard. We've all done that.
Oh yeah,
when a call drops, that's important. And but yeah, it's pretty. It's a well done documentary already, and you can feel like the excitement of the SEC. You can like just seeing the weight room. I realized I never worked hard enough ever. Like,
yeah, me too.
Not even like I looked at them like just screaming, and it wasn't because they're meatheads. It was like, oh no, like they look like they're like really in pain, right? Trying to push through this, and then,
oh yeah, they were in agony.
And then just
some of them were in agony,
and then having to compete with each other, and then like putting in that Champions Club, and
right.
And I've had a coach that tried to do things like that, never to that level.
Right,
didn't work well.
Well, good point, because he gave certain guys steak and lobster and all these high-class meals, and then the other guys got
servers and linens on the table.
Yeah,
and literally
that's awesome.
Literally put tape, like in between the two, so it was like haves and have-nots.
If that's not an incentive, I don't know what is, right?
And I'll treat my superstars like superstars, and I'll treat my shit like shit.
Yeah,
and
there was no in between, is the thing.
Yeah, and then Seiler says, yeah, that was profound, because that's how every coach has always done it, but this is the first one that ever said it.
Right.
And so like those superstars were like, good, like I'll take my place at the table.
Yeah.
Latimer.
Jake?
Can I, you really feel like that's a top 5?
For me,
okay,
individually, yeah. And I think it was very well done for 4 parts. Yeah, they told the story really well, because
yeah, but they didn't tell. There was more to that story.
I know that
didn't get told, and that's what people wanted. We've been waiting a long time to get this doc from
people. Want to know what Aaron Hernandez was like before he killed himself. Is that what you're saying?
Other people, he gets a pass because he's dead now.
But there's an untold on him, or there's a whole documentary on him. So that story doesn't really. Having it coexist, I think is
well. But then you're not really getting what really happened within the team there. Why weren't certain guys on it? Why didn't Cam Newton do it? Why didn't Jordy Nelson do it?
Well, Jordy Nelson was at Kansas State, so he wouldn't do it. But Riley Cooper. Sorry. Yeah, I think they opted out. Percy Harvin didn't get interviewed, and he was probably one of the most prolific players in that era.
There was very few things. It wasn't explosive, as far as I'm concerned. Johnny Manziel was explosive.
That was a good
Manti Te'o had a lot of things that people never knew. I told you the best part about this documentary was watching them lose again to Alabama. That's my favorite part. I despised the Gators. And at that time, oh my God, I hated Gators. I can stand Tim Tebow.
So this is an attack on me.
No, because I like Tim Tebow. I'm a fan of Tim Tebow. I like him. At the time, I hated them.
You didn't like his, he finished his career with a 170 QB rating in 4 years. And only had like 7 interceptions in his entire career.
When you hate a team, though, and that player is so dominant, how can you like that player?
Here's the thing, though.
As a sports fan, there's no possible way, if a team that you hate has the best player on that team, that person takes more hatred than any. Like,
I would agree with you, only if it wasn't Tim Tebow. There aren't very many people that can say, I hate Tim Tebow.
I did.
For everything that he was. Not just the football player that he was, but everything else. Like,
you
very
can hate
tough
him,
person
you can
to
hate him and still respect him.
Yet Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I get that. But I actually
why do you hate
him.
Tom Brady?
I told you.
Because he wins?
No, because he's in the AFC East, and he ruined my adulthood.
Because they won.
Just like I hated Jim Kelly.
For the rest of your
Jim Kelly.
Because they
I knew
won.
You were going to ask that, so
because they won. That's why I hated Florida. Florida won. Tebow was the golden boy. I can't stand this. Like Jimmy Johnson in racing. You always fucking won. I don't know. It's the same reason why I didn't like.
But you like Saban. You rescue him all the time.
I don't ever rescue him. When did I rescue him? Privately on conversations because I said Alabama's less hateable
we're
than
here now.
Nick Saban's less hateable than Urban Meyer. And Nick Saban never quit a job.
Absolutely not.
He didn't quit twice. Urban Meyer walked away twice.
And he kicked a punch.
No, Nick Saban's quit like 5 times.
Quit from where? Where did he quit?
Toledo,
Or did he take a better gig?
Michigan State.
Did he move up?
Did he quit?
What did Urban Meyer did quit and didn't go back to coaching?
You can't say that.
Did he go back to coaching
quit.
after Florida?
Urban Meyer? Yes.
Right, he
Ohio
quit.
State.
When?
And won a national
How many years
championship.
later?
3 years later.
Okay.
And won
Urban
another
Meyer
national championship.
Nick Saban didn't take a break.
No.
He just moved up the ladder.
He didn't need to because he had a very good program at Alabama. So he didn't need to leave.
Nick Saban had Urban Meyer had a pretty good program at Florida.
He did. And he was very successful, but he had health issues and he left.
He had
That's why.
health issues, or
Yes. It doesn't matter why.
sure it does.
Part of
They're
it-
self-inflicted.
In part of the documentary, yes, he took Ambien and a beer. He didn't say 9
he said
beers
he was
like we would drink.
He said he was addicted.
To Ambien, yeah. To make you sleep because his mind was racing all the time because he was the winningest coach in college football. And that's a lot of stress. Way higher winning percentage.
You don't think
than
Nick Saban deals with stress at Alabama? Get
Yes.
the fuck out of here.
Yes, he does.
And he's not
And he
popping
cries
pills and
about it.
drinking about it.
He blames Jimbo Fisher for, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I know
So,
he's sleeping. He's
we
not,
don't need to get back
He's
into
losing
this.
sleep on because
You're running down a bunny
and
trail.
it's not even like was it explosive, Jeff? Do you think the documentary was explosive?
Yes.
Where so? Where?
The entire
Well, it was all shit we already
atmosphere.
knew.
That whole documentary was electric.
No,
You can't watch that and not be intrigued.
it's
So what
not
were you
top
looking-
5. That's for
What
sure.
were you looking for? You just wanted
more of
dirt?
Yeah. What really happened off the field? What really happened? That's what everybody's wanted to know. What the Pouncey twins weren't even in it.
Yeah, they were.
They just showed they played there.
Sniffing salt. They were in it
Oh, yeah.
twice.
Yeah. Big roles.
But Chris Rainey, I have to comment on this. You haven't got there
I
yet.
haven't got to.
Yeah.
I am like 99.9% sure that he was either drunk and high or one or the other when they
Seemed a
were
little-
interviewing
yeah,
him
he seemed
because,
a little different.
dude, what is going on there?
Yeah, it was a little different.
No, I thought it was great.
I didn't think it was bad. I can't say it was bad. It wasn't bad. But to me, there was nothing like explosive about it. It was like, oh man, it's no Last Dance. It's no Fab Five. It's no The U. It's no The U Part 2.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
It's not.
Last
Johnny
Dance,
Manziel
no.
was more explosive.
Johnny Manziel was an hour and 20 minutes.
And it was more explosive.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
There was so
but
much
it
more
had-
they could have said on that story.
So then you don't think there was more they could have said on the Gators?
Yeah, but even if they did
They
it,
said less
did
on the
it in
Gators
4.
than Johnny Manziel's
No,
bit.
see, here's where I think you may not like it is you were looking for the dirt. Okay, what they were doing is showing where Urban Meyer came into a program that Ron Zook completely destroyed after Spurrier had a prominent run, and then he left, and then Urban Meyer cleaned up a mess with some misfits and top recruiting classes, got them to come together and win 2 in 3 years. That hasn't been done before. Saban didn't come in year 2 and win,
I beg to
and then
differ.
in year 4 win.
Pete Carroll went back to back.
He didn't come in the first year and win.
You said nobody's won 2 in 3 years.
I'm saying
He won back to back. He
in
played
his
for
first
3
years.
in 3
Look it up.
years.
Look it up if Pete Carroll did it in his first 3 years.
What does that matter?
I'm saying
You said nobody
No,
did it back.
we're talking
2
about
in 3
the
years.
documentary itself,
He played
right?
for 3 in a row.
I'm
Don't
going,
shake it
I'm
off
going
like
on
it's
what you're
nothing.
saying. The documentary, what you wanted, and what it really was.
I can go watch
was
highlights for what they
showing-
showed us.
They were showing the program and the reformation and Urban Meyer. I think it was more focused on Urban Meyer than it was on and those teams than it was on anything else, and that's what they wanted to portray.
Urban Meyer
and they
is
did
trying
that.
to. He's trying to get his image back after Jacksonville and
Kicking the kicker.
and kicking the kicker, and
The club
getting-
scene.
and like the
Wasn't it
just
like a
getting-
strip club or
He was
something?
at his burger restaurant with that Ohio State gal on his
side
lap,
piece or what?
and I mean, he wasn't on. I mean, they were talking about him as this guy that just only wanted to win and never lose, and he did not bring that to the NFL, and he couldn't treat NFL players the same way. It was the same way that Jim Harbaugh, when he came to the 49ers, the NFL player is not going to bend the way that the kids that are just coming out of high school into those college programs. Like they burn out way too quick. And I think
they're getting paid, so they don't want to put in that much work.
Exactly.
If they've already got their money, that's why Saban wasn't successful either.
Yeah.
Because they can't really coach.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh was able to coach for that. And
I know one that can.
who?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he didn't do very good at New England, and the first 15 years
He's
that
got
he was
more
in the
Super
NFL,
Bowls than Urban Meyer and Nick Saban.
So
They are not capable of doing what
his
Pete
winning
Carroll
percentage isn't even close
They're
in
not
college
capable.
to those.
They're not
two.
capable.
Pete Carroll is a
They don't have
player's
more
coach.
Heisman guys than he does. They don't have more national. Nick Saban's got more titles. None of they both failed in the NFL.
So did he.
He won a Super Bowl.
After
He's been there 16 years.
So that's saying,
that's a failure.
But here's what I'm saying:
Urban Meyer couldn't even get through one season.
If Saban went back in to the NFL, could he win one?
We will never know.
So it doesn't matter.
That's not we don't need a hypothetical because we have the reality is Pete Carroll's been there.
Yeah.
There's no hype. There's numbers and facts.
I'm not denying that, but he also failed in the NFL.
As did the other two.
And he didn't coach
even
in
more
college
so.
until 2004.
Who didn't?
Him.
Pete Carroll?
As a head coach. Yeah.
It was 2004?
I think so.
I don't think it was
Or
that long.
2000.
No,
Yeah.
'cause
2000 or
2004
2001.
They won 4 and
Okay,
5.
well, whatever. What I'm saying is he was in the NFL for like 15 seasons before he even got his head coaching job. His first head coaching job was with the New England Patriots. Failed.
He still made it there longer than the other two did.
Yeah, 3 years because he
one
had
season's
talent.
enough to outdo Urban Meyer.
I'm not denying the fact that Urban Meyer and Nick Saban suck in the NFL. I've said that many times on here. I'm talking about college football. The winningest coach of those three, as far as percentage goes and postseason, is Urban Meyer, period. Look it up. Anywhere. That's where it's at. So if you are going to say in the postseason, Nick Saban in 2015, we looked it up earlier, was 8-8. He was 500. At that same time, Meyer was 9-2.
So winning percentage is all that matters. That's the only. It works for you because that's the only one he's got on him. That's the only number he's got on those guys.
As a Florida Gators fan, would you have rather had the quick rise and downfall of Urban Meyer or the extended dynasty of a Nick Saban?
I would have loved to have had Urban Meyer stay there for as long as Saban is staying at Alabama to see what he could have done.
But you can't. I don't think he's
asking you to pick.
I don't think that's sustainable.
I'm not picking between those two. What I'm saying is, if I wanted a dynasty, okay, and I had to start with one of those two guys, and I knew for sure that they would be there 10 years, I would take Urban Meyer because of his history.
But
it doesn't lie.
The facts
are also not lying.
The facts are
But how he gets there is not sustainable.
No longevity.
Everywhere he goes, it's quick, and he does well.
Yeah.
Why did he quit Ohio State?
He was done. He went into the NFL. He wanted to test it.
I'm just saying.
And he wanted to fail like the other two that you said. And then Pete Carroll resurged his career by actually just destroying the University of USC on his way out. Just completely trampled that program. He didn't give a shit. And then he had to go to the NFL. So he wasn't going to college.
Well, now you're talking about character. We're not talking about that. We're talking about.
I'm talking about why he has no longevity in college football is because he ruined his freaking.
Well, he won as much as Urban Meyer did.
No, he didn't.
In the same amount of time.
Not even.
How many titles did Urban Meyer get at Florida?
2.
How many did Pete Carroll get at SC?
2. Yeah, but he also got one at Ohio
State. And one Heisman Trophy winner. I think Pete Carroll had 3.
He also got one at Ohio State.
3.
Okay, but then.
And then where's the Super Bowl?
He also played in another one.
How many Super Bowl MVPs they got? 0.
Super Bowl MVPs.
They're not capable of doing what Pete Carroll did.
Okay, we could go all day on this, but it doesn't change the fact that he's number one when it comes to winning percentage.
Yeah, that's the only thing he's got. That's it. He's got one stat.
And a better postseason record than both of them.
He's quit twice, too. He's quit more than both of them. That's fair to say then, right?
He's quit what?
Coaching.
I think Pete Carroll quit on the...
They're 71 years old. He's 59. Maybe he wants to have a life with his family. I don't know, Jake.
Then you don't want to win that bad.
Quit.
Then you don't want to win that bad.
He won enough. He didn't need to win anymore. What's he got to prove?
I get
Nothing.
such joy out of being a dick.
He wins everywhere.
I
he
really
goes.
do. I did have a question though. It was serious about Tebow. Do you think if he comes out of in the draft in 2008, is his NFL career different than playing that senior year?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because if he gets drafted by the Broncos, they didn't utilize him correctly. They took away the dual threat. They wanted to make him a pocket passer, and he was never a pocket passer. He was a run-first guy, and then he'd beat you with his arm second.
I was just curious because I'm with you, Jeff.
Some of the new schemes that they've got going in the NFL.
Yeah.
He was maybe a little ahead of his time. Same as Johnny Manziel.
Like I would have liked to hear
everyone had to be a pocket passer, and we're gonna switch you to this pro style offense. And I think he would have done better now. He became a tight end too late.
Yeah. No, I think you're right too. I think you're both right, but I agree.
He could have been a running back.
He should have been a fullback.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Again, my overall is it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it's not. I don't even know if it's in my top 10 personally. Because like why Cam Newton would have been? Why did he go to JUCO after that? Why did he kick back? I want to know why. What was your beef within that pro? You were going to be the guy.
He didn't win the mat drills.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just why not? Why did you leave?
Maybe it was too tough.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe he just knew that
Leak was Leak in it. Leak wasn't in it. He won a national championship.
He was there for 3 years.
I'm saying he wasn't in the documentary.
They highlighted him in 1 and 2.
About him a lot.
But he wasn't involved in
and maybe they opted out. You know, I mean, you can't.
A lot of guys opted out.
Force people to talk if they don't want to.
So that's why I'm saying
These were the guys that wanted to talk.
We didn't get the whole thing.
Or maybe they did interview him and they're like,
if I wanted to know they lost to Alabama in the SEC title game in 2009, I could just go YouTube it. Like there was some inside tidbits we got.
Did you want to mention that they beat them 2 years before?
Oh, they did beat them.
And then the national championship? We should mention that too. But we can move on.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I know you're a Gator fan. I'm not trying to be.
I am a Gator fan.
And that's
Don't
good.
hate.
I'm
it
not.
was a
They're
very good documentary.
Are you a Dogs fan or Gators? What are you first, Dogs or Gators?
If the Dogs and Gators were playing, I'd root for the Dogs.
Okay, so you're Dogs first. Do you have a team like outside? Like obviously we're all probably Dog supporters here.
So growing up, it was always Miami. I had
fighting words.
Literally the ugliest jacket that you can ever imagine. It was like a 3/4 trench coat with fur on the hood. Actually,
where is that? Wyatt would probably wear that now.
Wyatt would wear it, and then we were watching that Slobby's World, where the guy that buys and sells different things, and someone had this hat that I had bought. It was a Miami Hurricanes hat, and it had like a metal plate on the front with like Miami and graffiti. I don't know how my parents let me go out of the house and this stuff, but like we saw it on the TV. I like paused it. I go, Wyatt, that's the hat I've been telling you about. Like I can't believe I found it, but mine was green. That one was white, but it was the ugliest damn thing. And I got into my first fight in junior high
in that jacket or in that hat,
and it was because somebody, this kid Nick, pulled hair out of it, and I mean. You touch my jacket. That's
on.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
especially the fur.
Yeah. You touch the fur.
Yeah, it's on.
I can't. Replicate that.
I'm sorry. Did you say was it a starter jacket?
No, it was an off. I got to find a picture of it. It literally is the ugliest thing you've ever seen.
But
you could unzip the hood too, because you don't want to take it out in the rain, because then you would smell like a wet dog.
Protect the fur.
Yeah. It was.
It was fur protectant.
It was. Foul.
I don't think everybody's going to have my same take. People may love it like Jeff did. You may enjoy it more than I did.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't think it was bad.
It's not going to be top 5
I think
for me.
somebody that doesn't hate the Gators and Tim Tebow and can admit that.
No, someone who loves
like
the
it.
Gators.
I admitted that. I didn't like them. I told you that. And it's because they won all the fucking time.
Thank you.
And
not ashamed to admit it. I won't,
trying to watch it through Jeff's eyes, watching something that was super important, a super fun time in your life when your team is just winning all the time.
Yeah.
How can it not be top 5?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Because all it does is just reinforce it was it was awesome for me, but look at what they had to. It really just showed how much they had to put into getting there and being the best.
But what I'm saying is
that it wasn't just given to them, right?
I just the Last Dance.
Good point, Frazier.
Fab Five, Tiger Woods documentary was
amazing,
explosive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good.
Trojan War had some stuff in it.
Good.
I'm just saying that's what I was expecting. More shit that I would have never known. There was a couple things.
Well, I think, them getting arrested,
But a lot of it
selling
was-
weed,
yeah, but-
drinking all the time.
A lot of that. Everyone
What
knew.
college documentary doesn't have those stories within them?
Those are all pretty well documented anyway, so that wasn't going to be explosive. No matter how much you're going to put in there, it's never going to be enough. Everyone's going to think that there's something that's hidden because there were so many things.
And
that
out
were
of
surrounding that
fairness to the SCs, I don't think Reggie Bush participated in that one. I think Lindell White and Leinert did, and some other guys.
give Reggie his Heisman back.
Yeah.
100%.
Reggie for Heisman.
But it is
He should get
good.
Give it to him this year, 2023.
They give it to him this year.
Yeah.
He's still the best college football player this year.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
we're going to move on.
Yeah,
Jake.
just go watch
Okay,
it.
so
I
we
think-
don't
I think
just
you-
bore everybody with
just
your,
saying.
bashing of the Gators and me.
just,
and,
you're a homer, and it's okay.
I love the Gators.
Let me
I am a
know.
homer.
Please wipe
go-
your mouth a little
they're-
bit. Here you got a little something right there. I'm just kidding.
There goes
You
the
almost got me, bro.
there goes the Netflix
I was gonna
sponsorship
do a-
for Watch Your Lip.
No, hey, Netflix, keep doing your thing. I didn't say it was bad, Frazier.
Let's go into. I've got some over-unders for you guys on
Oh,
wins.
let's go.
Wins
Let's go, NFL.
for the NFL.
We here now.
All right.
Are you excited? How excited are you?
I couldn't be more excited.
I used
this
to
is my
not get
favorite time of the
excited.
year.
I used to not be huge fantasy. I fucking love it now.
I just hate when there's no football on TV.
Yeah.
Like, it's the worst time of year for me. Baseball is exciting to an extent, but in the playoffs, I do like the baseball playoffs, but regular season, it gets too mundane.
Well, that's because every single game in the NFL
and
matters.
college
Yeah, and
matters.
college. Every
Yeah.
single one of them matters. You can walk off a baseball field and know that you've got a ton more to make up. It's in football, you come out the gate 0-3, your season's almost done before it even begins. Except for the 49ers.
yeah, there's very few teams that like
We'll
the
get to the
All-Star
49ers.
the All-Star break where the
But
season's
let's
over.
start with the Chiefs
Bring it.
at 11.5.
Shoot. Wins?
Yes. Over under.
I'm going to take the over.
I'm going to say over as well. Over.
I'm going to go over. Bengals 11.5.
I think they'll get to at least 12, so I'm going to go over. But they're going to be 11-12. That's a good line.
I'm going to say
I was very strategic on how I did that.
I'm going to say
That's a good line.
I'm going to say under.
I'm going over.
Okay.
Okay, so you're under.
So 11's you said 11 and a half, right?
11's
Okay.
under.
Yeah, I'm going to say
Eagles 11.5.
Under. They have a much
I'm
harder,
also under.
They have a much harder schedule
Yeah.
this year.
So none of
than
us
they did.
believe in the Eagles this year.
I believe them.
But I think Dallas and the Giants are going to be good.
Well, under 11.5 is not the 1 seed in the NFC.
Oh, in the NFC East, it has been historically you can get in with like a 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Right.
so it is the NFC East. They can still be the 1 seed and
Niners 10.5.
be over. I'm offended.
I mean,
And I'm not
Niner gang, 10 and a half. You said
10.5.
I'll say 10's a reasonable number. I'm going to say under.
They're over.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, but not by much.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
don't-
some people are saying 14 games. That is not even close to what's
Frazier,
gonna
what
happen.
say you?
It'll be between
As the
10
Niner
and 12.
representative, Nava's out there
So
as well.
11.
They'll be about 13.
13, huh? How about Bills 10.5?
I'm going to say
under.
I'm going to say over.
You're saying under? I'm also under.
They're at 10. They've got
I'm thinking 11.
Okay. Jags 10.
Can I just say push? I think
No.
10's a fair number.
No,
No,
it's
I
got to be
think-
over or under.
Fuck.
I'm over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over as well. I like them.
9 and 8. Yeah, they're over 10.
All right. Cowboys
Maybe just
9.5.
over 10.
I'm going to say
I'm
over.
taking under no matter what on the Cowboys.
I'm going to go
You could've
over.
put
I'm going over. They're going to win 10 games.
2.5. They're going to get a tie.
Ravens.
And 2 wins.
9.5. Ravens 9.5.
That's a tough division. I'm going to go under with the Ravens as well.
I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to go over.
I think Steelers are
It's
gonna
9 or 10 for
Yeah.
me. I'm going to go under.
Okay.
All right. Jets 9.5.
The Browns
Under.
are going to be good this year. If Deshaun Watson.
Well, we'll get to them. We've got some
but I'm
calm
just
your
saying-
lips later.
I'm just saying for the Ravens, they're going to have to go through a much better Steelers team than everyone gives them credit for, and then the Bengals. That's 6 of their games.
Yeah.
They're going to drop at least
4 of those.
4 to 5 of those, and they're
Yeah, they're under.
They're under.
How about the Jets? 9.5. Under.
Over.
I'm gonna go 9.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna go. I give them 9.
They got 2 easy wins against Miami.
Miami's coming up.
Okay.
The Lions 9.5.
Over.
Over. Chargers 9.5.
Damn.
Do they play all the games at the end of the season?
I didn't look at their schedule. 9.5. You say?
Yeah.
Give me the over.
I'm gonna give them the over.
I'm gonna go over too.
Yeah.
10 games. All right. Dolphins 9.5.
Under.
Over.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think
I'm gonna say over as well. Over.
AFC Championship bound. Dolphins.
Over.
Bengals.
We're gonna say over.
Saints 9.5.
They're gonna win 9.
Yeah, under.
I'm actually way over on this. I think they'll win 11.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're going to have a shot at
they do.
one of the top 3 playoff spots.
They got.
I just think that first couple weeks. I mean, I don't know. But Williams is gonna be fine. But Kamara, not having Kamara might hurt a little bit.
If they get Kendre Miller back out there.
Yep. Don't say things like that with other fantasy people in here. Drafting this weekend. Browns 9.5.
I have so many picks in the early rounds. It won't matter. He won't even get to me anyway.
Browns 9.5.
Under.
Steelers 9.
Over.
9, Jeff.
9.
Tomlin wins.
Told you it wasn't supposed to be easy.
Well, I don't. I think they're gonna. 9's a fair number. I'll go over.
So far,
I'm over. Seahawks 9. Over.
Over. Yeah.
Over.
Falcons 8.5.
Because Pete Carroll is such a good coach.
Yeah.
8.5. I'm gonna say under with the Falcons. 8.5 under.
They still don't have their quarterback. If Trey Lance goes there, it'd go over, but under.
Under. The Vikings 8.5.
Over.
Under.
8.5. I think I can get to 9. We'll see.
Over. Broncos 8.5.
I mean, somebody's got to be the shit of that division. So,
I mean,
they're gonna lose some games.
that's a terrible line.
You said 8.5.
8.5. Broncos.
Yeah, that is a terrible
They
line.
came from. Literally
I'm gonna
the
say
lowest.
over, Jeff. I'm gonna give them 9.
I'm gonna give them under. They got the lowest.
I'm going under.
You think so?
Yeah. Bears 7.5.
Over.
Trying to run through these.
Going over.
Over on the Bears?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm way over. They're going to win 9 to 10 games.
Next.
Packers 7.5.
Over.
Under.
Over. Panthers 7.5.
Under.
Under with
Under. Giants 7.5.
Over.
Under.
I like how when Jeff says his answer, he says it as though it's the
Yeah. Oh, you guys were wrong.
The actual answer on the
No,
key.
I'm just having to look.
Next.
Pats 7.5.
Next.
Pats 7.5.
Pats.
over.
Yeah.
Over.
Under.
Shocking.
They suck, dude. They got no quarterback.
Next.
Titans
With
7.5.
Bill O'Brien, they are going to be a better team than they
Under.
were when they had 2 defensive coordinators as co-offensive coordinator. When does that ever work?
Yeah, it didn't.
Under.
And especially when Matt Patricia is not even supposed to be there
Yeah.
Under.
to do that job.
What was it?
Under.
7.5
For which
Titans.
one? Titans. Under.
The Raiders
Under.
7.5.
Under.
Under. Colts 6.5.
Under. It's a
Under.
mess right there.
I'm going at. They're going to get 7 wins. I'm going over on the Colts. Commanders 6.5.
Over.
Over.
Over. Rams 6.5.
Over.
Under.
This is like right there. That
It's
line.
right at
I
that
had a
line,
tough one
yeah.
with this. I'm going to go over.
Over.
7. Bucks 6.5.
That's interesting. I'm gonna say over.
Baker Mayfield, huh?
There's just a lot of weapons there. I mean, can he
Yeah.
just complete some fucking throws? Like, make a couple plays and
going
don't
under.
don't turn it over, and they have a shot.
I'm going under. And Texans 6.5.
Under.
Under.
And the Colts, or not the Colts, the Cardinals 1.5.
Over.
It was actually 4.5, but I think for argument's sake, 1.5. Let's do 1.5.
Over on the 1.5. I think they get 2 wins. That's fair.
Yeah, they can maybe get 2, but they're a dumpster fire.
Have you
I'm
seen
under.
people giving?
I am
Have
way.
you seen the shit that Kyler Murray's
I'm
got?
way
He said
under.
they can have 2 wins, but the line is actually 4.5.
He said 1.5.
That's you
Yeah.
joking, but
If it's 4.5, I'm gonna.
I'm still under either way.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
under 1.5.
1.5. I'll take the over. 4.5 will go under.
All right. Did you have something else? Because I got calm your lips.
No, fire away, my friend. I got one
right.
heater, and it's for the grid, and that's all I got.
So, Brent, these are bold predictions. Okay. So, if you.
He's done calm your lips.
Oh, you
before.
have?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah. Get up in that thing.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill make history and both go over 2,000 yards receiving.
Calm your lips. It's never been done. It's not going to be done twice in 1 year.
Calm your lips.
One of them could.
Which one?
Jefferson.
I would say Hill.
Calm your lips. It's going to be Hill. Jefferson is regressing. I think this year there's too much going on. Jordan Addison.
To say he's
TJ
regressing
Hawkinson. Regressing from 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns or something like that. Yeah, he's going to regress a little. I'm not saying he's not going to be elite. He will be, but
I think
2,000
he doesn't
yards,
have
no.
like a Waddle, and he doesn't have other guys to play off of.
Well, he's got
like Tyreek
Addison
Hill
and
does.
Hawkinson.
Yeah,
but I think
don't
Tua
think
is going to go to Hill
Addison-
more than.
I don't think either one of them is going to. I think Justin Jefferson has the better chance.
I think if Tyreek
Okay.
Hill had Tua more last year, he does it last year.
If Tua would have played the whole season, yeah.
Tyreek Hill would have had over 2,000.
Can Cooper Kupp get in this?
Yeah.
He's not going to do it either.
I don't either. Jamar Chase might.
Go ahead.
All right.
What you said? You said
Calm your lips.
Calm your lips. Okay.
Yeah. Bill Belichick retires after the Patriots miss the playoffs again.
I wouldn't be surprised. How old is he? He's early 70s, yeah. Or is he
He's
too proud?
He's too proud. He's going to want to.
He's gonna have to get fired. Is that what you think? He's gonna get
I
fired
said
before he leaves?
retires.
But I'm saying, do you? That's fine. But do you think he gets fired before he retires?
I don't think Robert Kraft will ever fire him. He chose.
But I don't think he would ever
Brady.
retire on his own either. I don't know.
I think he retires this year if he makes the playoffs.
Okay.
That's interesting.
See, I think he retires because they're going to miss the playoffs, and I think he'll retire. Jahmyr Gibbs scores more touchdowns than any other rookie running back.
Calm your lips.
Calm your lips.
Bijan.
Okay. And you?
Calm your lips.
Okay. I think he does. And just because Tyler Algier, everybody forgets he rushed for 1,000 yards as a rookie. They're not just going to sit him on the sideline. Bijan is not going to get the carries that everybody's saying. Like, it's mixed signals, but a lot of people are saying he's just going to get this massive workload, Derrick Henry type workload of, 350 plus carries. There's no way. You've got Patterson, who's good in the backfield to catch the ball. There's going to be a lot of dual, running back sets.
You changed my mind.
But Bijan can catch the ball too. He has that.
He's
that
a
full
phenomenal
skill set.
receiver.
Cordero Patterson is 32.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying there's
And
going to
was
have
hurt
to
last
share.
year. They run more than any other team in the league. He can still get a huge, massive volume. It may not be 350, but it could be 325, and Tyler Algier could still go over 950 to 1,000 yards with how much they run. They don't throw the ball.
How about
Yeah.
touchdowns? Because this
So-
is touchdowns
so-
more than any.
So I think he's going to have more goal line work. Bijan Robinson will have more goal line work than Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay,
The Falcons going to get in the red zone?
Well,
How much goal line work are the Falcons going to
I
deal
feel
with?
like
Well,
Detroit's going to be ahead in a lot of games, is why I say
That offense is much more potent.
David Montgomery is not a scare for anybody.
No.
Especially in the red zone. He got vultured last year. He's going to continue to get vultured. Yes. And
Herbert got some inside the 5 love, too.
But not trying to talk you into it. I appreciate the calm
you
your
changed
lips.
my mind. Jeff, you did it. If you were arguing that case, you won me over.
I think it is Jahmyr Gibbs. I really do.
There's a lot of good points right there.
Or it could be Roshan. We'll see.
Fuck the Gators, but that was very well thought.
The Cardinals go winless for the first time in NFL history.
Calm your lips.
For them in NFL history, because there has been a winless.
Didn't the Browns do that?
The Browns did that.
Or franchise, in their franchise.
Oh, in their franchise.
And
history.
I say calm your lips. I think they'll get.
I think they're going to win one game.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's what they're going to win. So calm your lips.
Do they play the Texans?
Colts, maybe.
What they'll do is they'll beat a good team. It'll be one of those stupid losses on a good, they'll beat the
it's the
Chiefs,
NFL.
Like the Gators losing to South Carolina or something.
Yeah, it'll be a stupid loss for somebody, but they'll win one game.
I think so too. The Packers win 10 games and they make the playoffs.
Calm your lips.
I already said under, so I can't go back on my.
I think Jordan Love's actually going to be the real deal. I do. He's doing really well in the preseason.
Hey, for me, it's a Valley kid, so I hope he does.
Yeah, I think they do. Anthony Richardson wins Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I think it's Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, if Gibbs brushes for I guess it depends on the number, but I don't know. I might roll with you on that. I might say yeah.
Well, I say calm your lips.
Go ahead.
But so you're not rolling with me.
No.
These are not mine. Remember, these are just for discussion purposes.
Well,
Jake.
they're yours.
No.
But
CMC, the first back since 2006 to surpass the 20 touchdown mark. Total touchdowns, over 20 for CMC.
Rushing and receiving?
And passing?
Any of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's...
He has the better shot of anybody to do it.
Eckler over Eckler?
Eckler...
You didn't... But you said that. That's your fault, Frazier.
That's fine.
Deal with it.
I say calm your lips. Love Christian McCaffrey. Love the situation he's in. Love that Shanahan's going to feed him. Hate the fact that he's going to be injured for 5 games. History repeats itself. Calm your lips.
Calm your lips.
So
don't put that out.
You said yes, he is going to get 20?
It's a homer pick.
Okay. Jake?
I think it's doable. I think he does.
I think it's very doable if he's on the field.
Yeah,
he will.
I think it's...
Fields is going to have 35-plus touchdowns, total touchdowns.
Total touchdowns? Yeah.
Calm your lips.
Calm your lips. I think he's going to be around the 30 mark.
That's a good number.
That's a lot of throwing touchdowns for him because let's assume that he rushes for 10. He's got to throw for 25 more. I don't know if he does that.
Well, and they're going to deal with more weather, and Freeman and Herbert in the backfield are not. Herbert's not bad, but that's what you got back there. It's not great. Mm-hmm. He's going to be asked to do a lot more than he's probably capable of yet. I don't know. I could be wrong. He killed it last year, so.
What say you?
Yeah, that's
Did I sell you?
30 is probably the number. 10 and 20.
All right.
And 1,100.
Calvin Ridley is back.
Rushing yards and 3,300.
Yeah.
Passing. I think that's probably going to be his.
4,300 yards or 4,400 is what you think. That's probably close. Calvin Ridley's back, and he's getting 90-plus receptions.
That was never him. He's, I think, still a big play guy. I think he's more at 75 to 80. He's not that. You're not going to him every single play. He's
90, isn't it?
Say it. Say it.
Calm your lips. I'm going to say 90. Calm your lips, too.
I also say calm your lips. Yeah. I'm with you. I think 75 is a good number.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good receiving core. And they, I think they're okay at running back, too. So
Aaron Rodgers is back in the MVP discussion.
I think he's always in the MVP discussion. If he does anything, if he turns the Jets around the way, and he's got a great defense already, but he's going to get all the credit for it. He's going to make great plays. He's a perennial in the MVP discussion. So if he puts them into playoff contention, or like even if he wins that division, I think he's definitely in the discussion.
Yes, he's in the discussion.
I don't know if he gets it.
Homer pick. He's not in the MVP discussion.
He's always in the MVP discussion.
No, I'm not buying the 40-year-old hype. You know? Just like you don't buy the 40-year-old virgin, right?
Oh, I love that movie. I bought it.
No, I know. I'm just saying you don't
DVD,
the hype
VHS.
of the 40-year-old virgin. You know?
I just watched it the other night.
It's a good
It's a
movie.
great movie.
I don't see him being the Aaron Rodgers of old. I just don't.
That's not what you
Do you
said,
think-
though.
do
You
you
just said
think-
he's going to be in the discussion. I think
I
he's going to
know.
be in the discussion.
Okay.
Do you think
so
Zach
you guys both
Wilson
agree?
becomes their franchise quarterback after playing under Aaron Rodgers for a few years and actually becomes what he was supposed to be?
Calm your lips.
No, I asked.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
No.
I think it'll help. I don't think it's going to hurt.
I don't think he's ready. I don't think he'll be ready.
Obviously, he's not. But give him 2 years. You don't think he'll be ready in 2 years after?
I just don't think he has the decision-making skills to be able to. He's proven over and over that he's so erratic on the field.
It's because he's trying to make things out of nothing. He had
Exactly.
too much pressure on him to begin with.
On really not a great team.
Yeah, and 2 more years under Saleh and learning from one of the best decision makers. Like if he was learning from Brett Favre, probably not going to be a good thing for him. But I don't know. I think time might tell.
I'm with you on that one,
Yeah.
Frage. Next.
Okay. Chris Olave finishes with 1,500 yards and over 13 touchdowns, or at least 13 touchdowns.
God, and I have him in the 7th round this year.
Calm your lips.
1,500 is a big number. 13 to have both of those is big. It's not going to be far off, but I'm going to calm your lips at that line.
What do you think he hits over the two? Like, which one do you think he'll hit?
I think
Get closer to.
Probably the yardage, and maybe just maybe he'll be double-digit touchdowns, but 13 is a big number.
So you want a small double digit, like
Small,
10 or
like
11
10
is
or
what you're
11,
thinking.
yeah.
He said it was close.
Okay.
He said that he would get
Yeah,
close.
no,
to
that's
that.
fair.
I agree with that.
Oh, man, this one I had a tough time with because I think he's going to absolutely go berserk this year. And the reason being is Derek Carr keys in on that one guy.
And just target.
I mean,
target.
look what Hunter Renfrow did 2 years ago with over 100 catches. So Olave gets 1,500 yards. I think he gets 11 touchdowns too. I think so. Calm your lips.
Yeah,
Would you say calm your lips?
Yeah, I said calm your lips.
it's a good line, but to have to hit both of those is he can absolutely. I mean, he could
He could do it. Yeah, right.
1,614, but I just don't.
Okay.
As of right now,
All right.
calm your lips.
Trevor Lawrence throws for 5,000 yards.
Yeah, I absolutely think he'll do that.
Calm your lips.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah,
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
yeah. He's.
I think
he's there.
He's that, and he's not really a sleeper,
No.
but he's that guy that is going to win you a fantasy football league this year.
He's post-hype
Telling.
sleeper.
Yeah,
Like
I'm a fan for sure. I just
everyone
don't
is
know.
still-
I don't know if he gets to 5,000.
it's a lot.
now that he's
It hasn't been done.
out from underneath Urban Meyer,
Often.
the winningest coach in
Yeah.
not the NFL.
Can we stop?
Derek Carr, back to Fresno State here, has 30-plus touchdowns for the second time in his career.
Let's see, he's already got at least 11 going to Olave, so that's how many does he need to get to?
I'm gonna
19 for the math.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say calm your lips.
I don't think he's ever.
How
has
they
he
gonna
ever-
use-
Has he ever thrown?
How they gonna
30?
use
One time.
How they gonna
No,
use Taysom
calm
Hill
your
though?
lips. Yeah,
They gonna use Taysom Hill in the goal line at the 5. You know what I mean? That's gonna take some touchdown passes away.
Yeah.
And Jamal Williams is good inside the 5 too.
All right. So
Did I just sell you, Jeff?
if he gets, I mean, I'm right on the fence on this one. I think
it's close.
I think he's going to have a bounce back, amazing year.
Yeah, I think so too.
30's really,
I hope so.
really tough. 28 for sure. I wouldn't be surprised with 32. I'm going to say he's going to get 30.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it,
Yeah.
Jeff. I like
I'm going to say he gets 30.
I fucking like it, dude.
All right. Well, I mean, 17 games. He gets at least 2 each game. I mean, he's
math.
close.
Do the math.
He's close. So
17
a couple 3.
times. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, that was the.
I like it.
For Calm Your Lips.
I like it.
I like it.
You know, I have a heater from the other day. Jeff, you know this heater because we did the fantasy foot. We did the Immaculate Grid for football last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do the Immaculate Grid?
No.
No? Well, you're going to start.
Okay.
And it's going to be addicting.
ImmaculateGrid.com.
I mean, everything.
We are not getting paid by them yet.
No. But
to push
basically,
this, but we're plugging it.
they give you, well, we'll get through it. But the heater is, and Jeff, they were wrong. The grid was wrong.
The grid was wrong.
Like,
well, let's ask Frazier.
Okay.
Before, hey, did David Carr ever win a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Immaculate
We
Grid
agree.
said no.
Well, he didn't win it, but he was on a winning team.
He was.
So did he get the ring?
He also
he gets
he
the
also
ring.
played that season.
Yeah.
So he did participate in the season.
And he's a Bulldog, so, I mean.
He should get it just
So
for
I
that.
put that name in to Super Bowl champs for the New York Giants, and it said it was wrong.
That's wrong.
And that it was wrong. I feel it was wrong.
Yeah.
So we need to send an email.
Yes, to the
From
grid.
the- from the Watch Your Lips
Pro
podcast.
Football Reference.
Hi, excuse me.
Yeah.
I was
We're
doing
super-
this Immaculate Grid, and
Yeah.
David Carr did, in fact. Can I speak to your manager,
Yeah,
please?
I need your supervisor now.
Yeah, we're going to need to supervise this.
Do you want to do this real? Well, not real. I mean, you want to finish with it? You got a heater?
Oh, I'm good.
That was my heater.
Yeah, I'm good.
Again, thank you everybody for listening. Jeff, we don't have Burns here to tell him where to go.
Thank you, Frazier. I wonder if he could tell him.
At watch your _lips
Very good. He got it.
On Twitter and Instagram.
on X.
And Twitter sucks. X
X.
sucks. So I mean, if you
Download.
can't, it is the worst.
iTunes, Spotify, 5 stars.
TikTok's the
If
same.
you don't do 5, we're going to delete them all anyway. So
Subscribe,
doesn't matter.
download, share it.
But Frazier, thanks for coming back
Yeah,
in
man.
Oh,
and
thanks for having me. This
listening
was
to
awesome.
a fight like always.
As
with,
always.
I mean, we could have
The
gone way
Gators.
deeper into that, but I backed down for you. I gave you
I
your
appreciate
moment.
it.
I gave you your moment.
And I mean,
I still love you, by the way.
Urban Meyer, still winningest coach ever, and Burns, watch your lip.
He really thinks he's going to get the last word on that?
Yeah.
I just did.
We'll see.